Hi, I'm Jason Turngren with Umpphreaks Anonymous, and we're here with two summer camp counselors.
Carmel and Alex. Carmel from Kenosha, Wisconsin, and Alex from La Crosse, Illinois. How are you all doing today?
Lacrosse.
Lacrosse is in Wisconsin.
Lacrosse is in Wisconsin too. Wow, you guys are lying to me. Pre-show already.
It's gonna be a fun time.
We can move Lacrosse to Illinois.
No, it's only a few hours.
All right, so I guess we'll start things off with me asking you all about, I guess, your first ever Umphrey show.
All right. Well, first time I saw Umphreys, I was 12 years old. That was in 2004. No, 2004, 10 years ago now, at Summerfest. It was like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and they only played for like a half hour, 45 minutes, because it started lightning out and they had to cut it short. There's like 30 people there, and it was awesome.
How about you, Carmel?
Mine was at summer camp in 2004 too. So it's been 10 years for both of us since we've been seeing Umphrey's, right?
Yeah, 10 years now. That's cool.
Yeah, mine was at summer camp in 2004. Yeah.
Right on. What I guess, and I'm sure in the 10 years you've all seen a hell of a lot of shows. What's one show that strikes you as a more memorable show?
You go first.
Okay. Red Rocks. The first time I went to Red Rocks was so fucking sick. I loved it. Like, the venue itself is like so powerful and amazing, and like the whole like process of going there is just like overwhelming. But seeing Umphrey's there is just the best place ever to see Umphrey's. The best place. And I've seen a couple other shows, other bands that played there since then, the first time I went there, and seeing Umphrey's at Red Rocks is like the best band to see. It's like the perfect place to see them, and it's like where like bad meets evil. Like it's just like. Did you ever? I was there when they had the fire. That wasn't my first time, but that was the second time I went there. I think it was 2 years ago. And they had this like, it was like the fires of hell, like literally came out, and like it was like lights and fire, like just like it was just amazing. So yeah, Red Rocks. Going to Red Rocks for the first time, and the second time obviously with fires of hell. I think they played too, like AC/DC, Thunderstruck. No, maybe.
Yeah, okay.
I think that with the fire, and it was fucking awesome.
Yeah, that video's on YouTube. I know what you're talking about. That was cool.
Yeah.
Mine probably had to be Halloween in Milwaukee 2 years ago. Sellout show, and just it was my first time seeing them on Halloween, so everyone's got their costumes and all that. Just the energy was incredible.
What were you?
What's that?
What were you?
I was Spider-Man Bear Pig. Kind of like Spider-Man, the Man Bear Pig from South Park. If you've seen those Al Gore episodes. That's pretty cool. I wore like a pig nose and a Spider-Man outfit, and I had like bear arms and bear tail. Yeah, Spider-Man like mask. So it was pretty cool. Yeah, especially like the Molches Odyssey. Hey, how do you guys pronounce it? Molches? Molches? Molches, yeah.
That was a video game I used to play when I was a kid. I think it was like on Sega. Huh. I don't know if that's where the name came from. Do you guys know where the name came from? It's totally a video game.
I don't know.
I couldn't tell you, man.
Oh, we need to look that up.
Trivia.
That's history for the Umphreaks to care about.
Start up a page.
Right? We'll do like research on the spot.
Right. Well, we'll have someone in the comments section blowing it up like you guys don't even know.
Yeah, but that Halloween show, did you go to that, Jason?
In Milwaukee, no. The only Halloween show I did go to for Umphrey's was St. Louis.
Ooh.
What did you dress up as?
I was gonna be Anne Frank Zappa, but I couldn't pull that off in time.
Oh.
What about?
I had the hair too at the time, which was nice. I couldn't grow a mustache. That was my problem.
I went to a Halloween once, and I was Sabrina the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Ooh.
Hmm. And then last year I was too obscure. It was Hell's Belle, and I was Belle from Beauty and the Beast and Devil. But I think the Hells and the Devil, it's not the same. You know, like you need to be a little bit more literal with your costume.
I'm sure I like it.
I'm sorry. I was gonna say the costume winner I remember from the St. Louis show was Alice in Chains, and it was just Alice from Alice in Wonderland with like a chain.
Yeah.
It was just too basic.
Simple yet.
Yeah. The thing is you have to know what it is when you see it. You know, like that's a good costume. Because like the mashup is hard. It's hard to pull off for a costume. Like you have to see it and like know exactly what it is the moment you see it.
Yeah. You're right.
For sure.
Well, we were on the topic of mulches, and I guess that song is pretty badass. What Umphrey song melts your face the most?
I say Junk. Definitely. Just like the whole part, especially when Joel gets into it at the end, and yeah, Junk.
For Junk, I would always do the raise my hands in the air to the keyboard solo.
I do it.
Simultaneously.
How about you, Carmel?
Well, first off, speaking of mulches, I went to see Umphreys at the Fox in St. Louis, and it was like this weird, like you had to buy. It's like a theater hall. Like the acoustics in there are really good, you know. So like it's all assigned seating. Like it's really beautiful. It's really intricate. Everything is, and like it's like velvet seats and like you know the whole shebang. And I bought tickets when they first went on sale because I knew I was going. But then I bought tickets again at the re-release the week before and got first row. And I was on Jake's side, and we were like. They played mulches, and literally, like, when they do that, like, shredding, they go to the side of the stage. Like, it's, like, what they do. Like, and they went to the side of the stage where we were at, and we were first row. And literally, like, Jake and Brendan shredded in my face. Like, they just, like... So, talk about a face-melting experience. I was in the first row. It was, like, the first row was only, like, 2 chairs. So it was me and my friend in the first row, and that was it. Like, we were just... Like, it was just us.
Yeah.
Our faces melted. But I think Nothing Too Fancy is the most face-melting song that they have. It gets me every time.
See, the tough thing about that question is that there's no wrong answer.
Exactly. That's why it's the best question.
No, I would say that, like, 2x2 isn't too face-melting. And, like, you know, there's certain songs that are not face-melting.
Okay, well, basically there's a lot that could be great answers. Put it that way.
Yeah. 50% could melt your face.
I wrote a paper freshman year at SIU on 2x2.
No way.
I gotta read that.
What did you get? What was your grade?
I don't remember, man.
Yeah, you do. What was your grade?
I made Dean's List that year. I made Dean's List, so I'm pretty sure I got a good grade.
No.
They probably loved it. They were probably like, yes.
Yes, music.
What were your bullet points? What was it about?
What was the
do you remember the paper?
And I'll have to look on a hard drive for it. I just remember it being somewhere along the lines of bring in 2 songs from your favorite band and write about it. And I remember going through all these Umphreys. You had to write about the lyrics and interpret what you think the lyrics mean. And I was going through all these Umphreys songs, and it was before I dove really deep in Umphreys, but I was like at that point I might have been at like 20 or 30 shows. So I didn't know songs by name. I was going off of just what I could find on like A to Z lyrics. And I was listening to 2x2 and I really dug it. And then I'm like listening to the words and I'm just trying to like piece together what I thought those lyrics might have had meant. And so put forth a paper on that.
Yeah. That's cool. I think you should have got an A.
I'm pretty sure I did. I never got the CD back from the teacher, so I'm sure she's rocking onto it still.
Was it just like a writing class, English?
It's actually a speech class.
Oh. You had to give a speech on 2x2?
I don't think I gave a speech on it. I think it was more or less just write about it, and maybe she just wanted to see how we would interpret things. I don't know. It was a long time ago, and I've drank a bit since then.
Ooh. Sophomore year of high school, I gave a speech on Umphreys in my speech class. It was just like an informative one. I was pretty much saying who they were. Went into that, showed a clip of Valentine. And I don't know, they didn't get it.
They never do at first.
What did you want me to do? Get up and start dancing?
Yeah, I don't know, it was just like a 30-second clip, and I could tell after like 10 seconds, like it got awkward.
Yeah.
Probably could have picked a better clip, rather than just Jake shredding to a bunch of kids who think, Black Eyed Peas is what's the best thing in the world.
Amen to that. Well, with that being said, I'll cut to the first music break. I guess since your favorite face melting track is Jajunk, we'll pull up Jajunk from February 15th, 2009 at the Barrymore Theater.
Cool.
what's your favorite venue in Wisconsin?
Overall?
Yeah, just overall, out of all the venues you've hit up in Wisconsin, for me it would be...
I love the Marcus Amphitheater. I think that is a great venue. Was that what you were going to say, Alex?
Maybe, but no, I won't.
Okay. Well, I just like that venue is sweet. I seen Cheese and Keller and Rat Dog.
I was at that show.
Oh, wasn't that great?
Yeah.
What a lineup. But that's probably my favorite. Like, it's just an outdoor amphitheater is really nice, and that one's on the lake, which is beautiful. So it's just one of those perfect places to see a show. And Summerfest is right there. So if you go to Summerfest, you can like go and see music all day and then go to Marcus Amphitheater at night, and it works really nicely. So it's kind of like a really cool place to see a show.
Yeah.
But Umphrey's has never played there. Just pointing it out.
Well, they have played at Alpine Valley.
They have.
Yes. So I definitely love Alpine Valley. Just the first time, I've only seen Fish there myself, but I just remember the first time when you're on top of the hill and right when you get over it and you see the view, oh man, it's gorgeous, beautiful.
Yep.
My first ever Wisconsin show was Fish. I want to say it was June 24th of 2004. And I know what you're talking about. As soon as you hit that hill, you're like, oh, wow. And everything's happening there. I did end up seeing Umphreys at Alpine, opening for Dave. Yeah. I went for Umphreys.
Me too.
Unfortunately stuck around for Dave.
I went for both. I like Dave.
My memory of that.
They fucking know what's up. I will rep Dave whenever. I mean, I don't go see him all the time.
Yeah.
I'll give him that. But when Umphreys opened up for him, like, I stayed for Dave and I danced and whatever. I had a great time.
That might have been the first time I ever. That might have been the first time I ever saw a Morning Song live.
Yeah.
Man.
They played Syncopated Strangers at Alpine to a Dave crowd, and I respected the fuck out of that. I thought that was really respectable. Saying. But seeing Fish there is pretty much the best place. Like, it was a great place to see Fish, especially in the pavilion. The thing though was that the pavilion always sold out at Alpine, so it was always like really hard to get a ticket.
You know, I got lucky, got in the pit for Fish once, and I happened to get on stage that show. It was the craziest, like 4 or 5 minutes of my life.
I'd probably throw up.
Yeah, they came out for the encore and they started playing Meat Stick, and all of a sudden Trey just like started pulling people up on stage.
You did the Meat Stick dance on stage.
Huh?
You did the Meat Stick dance on stage?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Did you know it, or did they have to teach it to you?
Like, it was kind of, they were doing it, and I was kind of like watching them do it while I did it, because I had only known it sort of well, but not as well as I should have.
You know it now.
I'd need a refresher, but for the most part, yeah. Very sick. Take out.
You're such a circus. You're such an act to a fish show. That's not crazy. So.
I was gonna say I would love to talk about Fish's Halloween show as well, because that was badass. I just started watching Set 2 on YouTube. Well, let's come back around to Umphreys. Yeah. How many Umphrey shows? And I don't want to limit it so much to Madison, because I know they've played there a handful of times, as well as Milwaukee, and then like we were talking about East Troy for Alpine. How many Umphrey shows have you seen? And I guess we'll just do Wisconsin as a whole.
All right, I'll answer this one first, because I know Carmel's got more. I've seen them 22 times, but actually never in Madison. Every time they did, I just couldn't make it there. So mostly, actually all of my Wisconsin shows have been in Milwaukee. But yeah, so it'll be my 23rd. I'm only going to be able to see them Saturday night Madison, not the first night, but I couldn't be more excited.
Sweet. I have seen them in in Madison, I think 4 times. I went back in 2011. I think they played 2 nights in a row, right? And then in last year I went. They played 2 nights in a row.
Was that at the Berry one?
Or something. I don't know. I didn't go there for a couple years. Anyway, though, I've seen them though 99 times. And the next show in Madison will be my 100th show, and their 2000th show is going to be my 101 show. And then I'm gonna find a new band to follow.
Yeah, what's the point after that, right?
Right? Well, the thing was, honestly, okay, so I've been thinking a lot about this. So I've, like, put a lot of thought into, like, the fact that I'm hitting this epic number of 100 shows. And I remember that when I first got into music, and after my first Fish show, and I saw Fish Culture, and, like, my first Fish show was Deer Creek in 2004. I didn't go to Alpine. That's where you went, right, Jason?
Yes.
I didn't go to Alpine, but I went to Deer Creek, and I went, like, for the whole weekend, and it was, like, this, like, it's almost like this cultural, like, immersion, like, thing, like, where, like, you go into this different society where, like, things are just different, like, it's almost, it's weird, it's, like, a different, like, place, and I was, like, I saw these people who, like, would count, like, you know, they've been to 200 Fish shows or 150 Fish shows or whatever, and I was like, 100, like, of any band or Fish would be, like, epic, you know? And then that year, Fish just kind of, like, that was it. Like, that was the last shows that they played, and they went on hiatus. So then I started going to other shows, and I, like, went to a bunch of, like, other music. And it took a while for me to really get into Umphrey's. But once I did get into them, it was the first band that I ever thought, since Fish, I could see this band 100 times. You know what I mean? Like, there's, like, this weird, like, I never thought that before Umphrey's. But now, after seeing Umphrey's for 100 times, or, you know, 99 times, I'm like, who can I see 100 times? Like, what band out there? There's a couple bands that I dig. And it's nice that, like, Umphrey's, Dopapod is opening for Umphrey's the first night for this tour. And I'm really excited because that's, like, a band that I saw, and I was like, they're really fucking good. Like, I could see this band 100 times. Maybe. Maybe not now. Now would be a little bit of a stretch, but maybe in, like, 5 years I could follow Dopapod or tour with Dopapod and, like, see them, like, 4 or 5 nights in a row and really dig it, you know?
I feel like there's a lot of bands I would love to see well over 100 times. It's just whether or not they tour that much that I care to even travel. This is honestly the furthest I've ever traveled to see a band is Umphreys now this upcoming weekend. And I think it's a 10-hour drive from Nashville to get up to Madison. Furthest I've ever traveled for a band. And this is what weekends are. This is what I live for.
You gotta go to Red Rocks, man.
All in time.
Good answer.
But yeah, the Madison will be my 100th Umphrey show, which is super sweet.
Oh yeah, no, that's impressive.
It's, like, better than, like, a birthday.
I tried doing the All Things Umphreys just to see what number I was at, and I don't even remember what Umphrey shows I've been to in the last 9 years to actually keep a legitimate count. So I need to start checking ticket stubs to get my numbers straight.
Yeah,
I keep all my ticket stubs, all of them.
I've got that Umphreys glass that kind of looks like a what beer was it? It looked like a whatever the bar glass they have.
Yeah.
That's just full. It's overflowing with ticket stubs and wristbands. I need to buy another one to start filling up.
Yeah, I got Tupperware for that.
Tupperware?
Yeah.
I got all mine in a shoebox.
Yeah, so in case anything happens, like, that's priority. That's, like, memory box shit.
Yeah.
I don't think I have 99 ticket stubs, though.
That's
shit, for what's it called? For Madison, they gave me a 2-in-1 ticket.
I will never in my life print out a ticket stub at home. I always pay the extra $5 to get it at will call just so I have a legitimate ticket stub to take home instead of a piece of fucking printed paper. I will never do it. I don't know why. It's like my OCD. I need that stub. I just want the stub.
They'll mail it to you. Umphrey's, if you order through Umphrey's, they mail it to you, so you get a stub.
That's why I like ordering through Umphrey's.
That's what's up.
I admire that. I've done it online, and I still keep that too. But you're right, it's not as cool. Ticket stubs.
Nah.
Oh, I still keep it too. But if you buy a ticket the day of the show or something like that, it just happens that way.
Oh shit. Yeah, mine right here.
What is that? Your ticket
for Saturday?
Madison?
Yeah.
Whoop whoop. For Saturday?
Saturday.
Get it?
Orpheum. It's the Orpheum's really cool. It's gonna be my second time there. Just like a big, nice, decent sized ballroom dance floor, and it's got a balcony and all that.
The balcony is really nice.
Yeah, I wasn't up in the balcony.
When I saw Umphrey's there, I saw them down in the on the floor, and then I also saw them in the balcony, and both were excellent.
That was at the Orpheum?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a great venue. And Wisconsin knows how, like, their beers are excellent no matter where you go.
True that. Spotted Cow is my favorite. That's the good Wisconsin beer.
And they got I'm sure they have it on tap there. I think they do.
Tell me again, what's a good Wisconsin beer I should keep in mind?
Yeah, Spotted Cow. That's my recommendation.
Yeah. There's another. What's the brewery in it's like Lakeside Brewery or Lake something. Lakefront.
Lakefront.
I like Lakefront.
But
that's Milwaukee. I don't know. Like Spotted Cow is the best. What's the It's not Spotted Cow is a beer. It's like their white beer.
The brand is New.
No, it's an ale.
Ale beer.
What is New Glarus?
New Glarus, yeah. They make a ton. So pretty much anything by New Glarus would be a good bet if you're into like beer. So.
While we're on the topic of beverages of choice in Wisconsin, are there any wineries, Carmel? I see you're drinking some red wine there.
Honestly, Midwest wine sucks.
Yeah, fair enough. But I mean, I gotta represent.
I'm drinking something from the Piedmont area of. Wait, I want you to see it so you can see it. From the Piedmont area of Italy. So I'm drinking an Italian wine tonight, and it's delicious. But
I'm drinking Boston Lager.
I don't drink Midwest wines. Like, I don't if I can help it. I will not. I do like California wines, but I like the foreign wines as well. A good imported wine goes a long way some nights.
I think I should have drinking some Boston Lager for the Halloween podcast, and I don't believe I was, so I'll make up for that now. And maybe I should just do a regional beer for every Umphrey's podcast from here on out. Just try to drink a beer from that location, or a wine, depending. Are there any...
No, don't do, unless you're going to California, don't do wines. It's cool.
I'm going to drink the wine regardless of where it's from. As far as any venue, well, I guess bars or anything to pregame at in Wisconsin, I know you're not from the Madison area so much. Do you know of any places or anything going on before the Umphrey show that we might be able to...
Actually, the Great Dane Bar, that's like the big Badger bar. So I'm not sure if there's a Badger game or not Saturday. I'm sure there is. I don't know what time it's at.
I think it's like 11 or noon or something like that.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's right downtown around the Capitol on one of the corners. I've only been to Madison like a handful of times, like there or so times. But Great Dane's a pretty cool place. It's pretty busy and whatnot.
Someone told me that the Old Fashioned's good, but like with the game, it's going to be super, super packed. So, like going there with a lot of people isn't going to work, or you know what I mean? Like, it's just like while the game, especially while the game's going on, and then even when the game gets let out, it's like the whole area gets really crazy too. So, like it's going to be hard to get in places. So, but I heard the Old Fashioned was a great place to go get some beer and cheese curds.
Ooh,
because that's what's up in Wisconsin. You might as well eat fried cheese if you're going to drink a lot of beer, right?
Of course.
Yeah, you can't stop the line there.
Is there anything in Wisconsin that people should avoid on their way in? I know the cheese is going to be a tourist destination. Is there something that we should look out for? Any warnings for travelers from out of state?
I mean, it's not too bad. It's
No, with Wisconsin in general, like Wisconsin is very respectable. Usually, in general, like people don't mess with you unless you mess with them, and just be a good person, and everyone else around you will be good back to you. It's like Midwest,
yeah,
you know.
it's a friendly.
So I mean, and it's like the heart of the Midwest. It's like the capital for, Wisconsin, which is a very Midwest nice state. So there's not too much to worry about overall. Just, obviously follow the rules, do what you got to do, and it's good. I think overall, like as far as having issues, I've never had security-wise. I think they let you go outside to smoke. I think that you can, kind of come in and go out. I'm pretty sure, from what I remember, at that venue.
Right on. And as far as, I guess, before we step into the big night at hand, what would you say is your most favorite, like the song, or, well, yeah, we'll go song, I guess, as opposed to show, but the best thing you've ever heard Umphreys do inside of Wisconsin?
Yeah, I know this right away. The Haunt, OG Jam, the Eagles Ballroom. I think that was 2011. I can check quick. Yeah, 2011. It's on their Hall of Fame. It's like one of their.
No. Today's the anniversary of that, Alex. Today, so we're doing
it is.
on November 5th. Like today was the day that shit went down.
Yeah, wow, good call.
It was fucking sweet.
Were you there too?
I was there for sure. Yeah.
I was
Kids, dude. Coming to Kids is the shit. It's one of my favorite mashups for sure, and they play that night.
Yeah, that was a great show. I was actually
on cable before it was Cut the Cable.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a sport still then.
I'm looking at the set list right now.
It's so good. That was a great show. Did you go to the after party?
No, I couldn't do the after party that night. I did their after party in Minneapolis, not the one in Moore.
Oh, that was the covers one, right?
No, yeah. It was actually all. They played a handful of Umphrey songs, but yeah, it's mostly covers.
Yeah.
Fun time.
Umphreys doing an after party of Umphreys is like money. They don't do that anymore, really.
No.
What the fuck?
For me, I guess the most memorable Umphreys in Wisconsin experience was when Adrian Blue was opening for Umphreys, and I was riding the rail with some good friends, back when my friends would go to Umphrey shows with me, and Adrian Blue came out and covered King Crimson's Red, and I didn't listen to King Crimson at the time, and I just remember that happening, and my buddy looking at me, and he's like, they're covering the Super Mario thing when they're in the cave, and it's like doing the thing. And that's what he thought it was from, and I totally agreed with him. I'm like, yeah, dude, that's fucking awesome. Not at all what we knew it to be now, but that was hands down one of the one I remember the most with all the Umphrey shows I've caught down there.
So I went to the run that they did. I think it was a 2-night run that they did in Madison a few years ago, and it was like some weird, like, I live in Wisconsin, so like what happens in Wisconsin, like, I already know about, and there was something weird going on where the governor was like cutting all the benefits for teachers and like making like I don't know, something weird like that, and like the people were protesting in the Capitol, which Madison's the capital, so people were protesting there like all week before the show. So I had requested that they played a protest song, and I was like, either you should play like a protest cover song. So it was either Rage Against the Machine that I requested or Hot for Teacher. since the teachers were getting their benefits cut. And so we go to the show, and I think it was for the encore. They ended up playing Hot for Teacher. And, like, Hot for Teacher is, like, one of those songs where, like, it's, like, the drum solo, like, enters the song. And it's, like, this, like go-to, like, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And you know it. Like, if you know the song, you know that that's how it begins. But, so they play this at the show, and, like, no one else at the show knows that this is the song. And it's, like, this ridiculously long drum solo to lead into Hot for Teacher. And it's so fucking good. Loved it. And I requested it, and it was like one of those moments where, like, you get a song that you request, and you're like, fuck yeah, this is great.
It all comes together. How did you
Very far and few between. I guess with that being said, we'll take another musical break before the last round of questions. We're going to go with Wallet's Worth into Hot for Teacher. The entire encore from March 2nd, 2011 at the Barrymore. I'm thinking they did Wallet's Worth before Hot for Teacher just because of the fact that what was going down is...
Yeah.
What you said?
Yeah, because it makes sense.
It does.
It makes sense more so now that you explained it to me than it ever did before.
Knows what's up. That's what's up.
So we'll give that a listen, and we'll come back and we'll just talk about the show at hand.
All right. What time? So when I go to show solo, I like to be first in line just so I can ride the rail because I don't have any friends to like worry about or travel with. Are you guys the type? It is, isn't it? You all wait in line for hours on end to be on the rail, or do you just not care where you show up? Where do you plan on being on this weekend's run?
Well, I've seen Umphreys from just about all angles. I've done that quite a few times where I got there before the doors open to get up right in front. I strategically plan to come a little bit later so I can be a solid like 50 feet away from the stage just so I can get all the lights. I mean, I kind of go wherever. I haven't really thought that far yet about Saturday, really. See what happens. Let's go where it goes. Either way, I know I'm going to have so much fucking fun. So.
For me, it always depends on the opener. So if the opener is like super sweet, it just depends. Like sometimes I want to be like super close, and for the opener you can, which is nice. And then sometimes I want to be far away. I usually plan out riding the rail, and it's usually like once a season if like I see a show. So like I usually see multiple shows per season, and I'll usually plan it out like there's like one show where I'm like, okay, because riding the rail takes effort. Like you have to go there early. Like you can't pregame. You can pregame, but like you're literally sitting on the rail. And if the opener sucks, riding the rail sucks, and it's not worth it. Me. But
yeah, you can't really take piss breaks.
Yeah, I don't know. Like since it's my 100th show, like I'm not riding the rail. Like I'm not wasting my time like trying to be on the rail but I do love Dopapod, so I might like go close for Dopapod and then go out to the balcony. I definitely just want to chill with my friends. So wherever they are, I should be okay. I don't know. The second night, I mean, I do love the balcony, so one of the nights I'll be in the balcony.
In these, this being their 2000th show, 1,999 and 2000th show, I guess, do you all have any expectations for a grand surprise? Like, the surprise, I want to say on their 10th anniversary, 10-year anniversary at the Aragon Ballroom on New Year's. I should know what year it was, man, but I don't. Not off the top of my head. I have got the poster over there, but it's dark. I can't see it. They played that like half-hour video before that show, and that was really cool to see. And I've got that on DVD now. I believe that came with Mantis.
Cool.
Or the pre-order for Mantis. But do you think they're going to have any sort of special video surprise or something, or anything along those lines, just to commemorate it and make it an extra special experience, or do you think it's going to go down as an average Umphrey show? But I say average like that's undermining the situation.
Well, I have a special request for my 100th show, and it might be like a little too special. I requested that they play Hindsight because they haven't played it yet, and it's like to request a band to play a song that they've never played yet is kind of rude. So if I don't get it, it's okay. But I've seen them 100 times. Like and I really like this was that when I heard it, I was completely floored. Like I was so surprised after seeing a band as much times as I've seen them in like their regular studio work that you've heard before. Like this was the first thing I've ever heard that's been like maybe not the first thing I've ever heard that's been like weird, but like the first thing that was distinctly another genre that I've never like really seen them attack the way they did with this song. So I want to hear it live, and I want shit to go fucking crazy when they play Hindsight live. So if that's at my 100 show, that would just be like the perfect like, So that was my request for my 100 show. I got a maybe from Joel on Twitter. Like 3 weeks ago. I was like, hey Joe, I want this song. And he was like, I hope we're playing it. I'm like, alright, that's a maybe, and this is good. Like, so that's my request for the 100 show was Hindsight. So if they played that, that would be pretty fucking epic. And Mel, everyone's face and suddenly we love metal, and it just makes sense.
Oh man, I don't know. I just think there should be some old bust outs, just songs that they haven't played in years. Kind of like you're saying with Hindsight, or perhaps just ones that are like super old. So I really think of Kimball. I love Kimball. That'd be cool. I haven't seen a Front Porch yet, something like that, but I've really come to learn. I've come to learn that you can't really have these. Whatever they're gonna do, it's just gonna blow my mind. And I'm kind of hoping for like a secret third set. They're just gonna keep playing for 3 sets, or unannounced Jeff Coffin, or some sort of horn section. I mean, like Mad Dog. I definitely think that there's
Who's
gonna.
sitting in the second night? What? No, or who's opening the second? I think is it Revivalist?
Yeah.
Have you checked out them? They're awesome.
I actually haven't. I'm just kind of like not listening to them, so I can just be blown away. Just having. I can't do that.
So it's funk. They're super fun to watch. So I think like a sit-in from Revivalist on their, but I feel like maybe the 2000 show they wouldn't have a sit-in, it'd just be them. You know?
I don't know. The Revivalist, maybe not, just because they're not that big, but.
Go there early. Check out the Revivalist. They're worth checking.
Yeah. For sure, I'm getting there early.
They're from. I think they're based out of New Orleans, and they're like funk, but they're like party funk, if that makes sense. Like they're good. Check them out.
From what I've heard from the Revitalists, it's all just been on Sirius XM's Jam On, and I've enjoyed it. And you guys kind of just burst my bubble. I didn't know there was going to be any openers this weekend. I didn't look too deep into it, man. I should have done my research, but I know Doppelpod's opening.
The farthest you're traveling for a show, and you don't even know the band.
Happy surprise, right?
I like surprises, honestly. I like to go to a show and be like, oh, shit, this is happening? Okay, cool.
That's even better. Yeah.
At Madison, they one time had so they had Mike Dillon Band open at Madison, and Mike Dillon Band is fucking mind-blowing if you ever see him live. It's crazy shit. Plays a xylophone. It's like...
I'm pretty seriously they get the best opening acts. Like, they really do.
They got variety down pat, that's for sure. Yeah.
I've been pitching a local favorite for years. I just want to see Soap open for Umphrey. Soap is opening for Doppelpod, and then Doppelpod is opening for Umphrey.
I say Dopapod. Is it Doppelpod or Dopapod?
It could be both. I don't know.
I don't know either. I like them. They're super sweet. That's good. No, it's good that they're opening for them because it makes sense.
Soap is awesome.
I love bands that like take other bands like where they like double, triple like bill with like a really good and like Dopapod always does that. They always have like they played with Talk this year. Like I've seen them like other bands open for them that I just dig. And it's like they actually put some thought into like what their audience wants to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched them on one of the webcasts. I think it was last week Wednesday. One in New York. I watched that webcast. Dopapod open, and it was, like I was into it. They're awesome. I wish they played longer, to be honest. But
then it was time for Umphreys.
True. So you can't complain too much.
So, Alex, you were talking about rarities, and that was actually going to be my follow-up question. You talked about Kimball. I caught a Kimball, and oh, God, it's so sweet to catch a Kimball every now and again. And I wish you got a Front Porch. God damn it. I've seen so many, a handful of Front Porches, but every time it's the best part of the entire show. A Front Porch.
I go crazy. They got to do it, 2000. They got to have a tribute to where they came from.
And that's what I was getting at, because I'm a little jaded because I'm probably right beside Carmel here in the number of shows. I've seen a lot, and I've seen a lot of things. I've seen Muff Burger Sandwich live at the Lawn, I believe it was, when they did the Thunderstruck. Rusted Root opened.
With the lightning?
Yeah, with the lightning. Oh. That shit was amazing. Oh, God damn it. But I think that was a show they did Muff Burger Sandwich. And if I'm wrong, someone's going to comment on it and be like, that dude's an asshole. But do you, as far as, like, extreme rarity, well, what's rare to you will be different to what's rare for us, but do you have, I guess, even more rare on your end? And then for Carmel, less rare? What do you think is gonna come out to play?
I guess you near Carmel first.
Already fine. And that's as rare as it get, yo.
Yeah, how do you top
But
that?
I mean, like, there's songs that they don't play that often that like I hope they play. I don't know if we'll get it though. Like this run is a big run, so they're gonna hold out. I mean, tonight might be a really like building up to be really good with rarities, but I don't know like what they'll pull out for rarities. You know, 2x2 is a very good, guess that they might play.
Yeah.
I would say, like, I would love a Visions, but I don't think we'll get it. What was the, like, there's some old cut that they played, I think in 2008. I wasn't there. I've listened to it. There's an old cut, like, I think it's Visions that they've done, that they did in Madison. And it was like, they play this venue that's like an old, it's not is it the Majestic? It feels like it's like an old, like, not necessarily for concerts, but maybe like a movie. Like it's like a weird.
That might be the Barrymore.
Yeah, no, the Barrymore. Yeah. So like the Barrymore has this. I don't know. It brings out a really cool vibe for Umphreys. Like Umphreys digs it for some reason. Like it feels small, I think, and like.
Yeah, for sure. Like you see a play at the Barrymore, right?
Yeah, I think they have a Visions from the Barrymore. That's really fucking quality. But Visions is a super rare song, and I would hope they play it. I think if they, I've heard it 2 or 3 times, and usually when I hear it, I don't know what it is, which is good. I like that. When you see a band as many times as I have, like 99 shows, when you hear a song and you're like, I don't know what they're like, it's a Stewart, and you know it's a Stewart because it's so like conceptual. And you're like, yes, this is a Stewart. But like sometimes like Visions, it's like they start playing it and you're like, I know this, maybe I don't, maybe I do. It's just rare, Like you said, a rare song.
Or a surprise 3 sets. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know what the curfew is at that place. So.
What do you think?
I think that's what matters.
I think they wouldn't give a shit about the curfew on an epic night like that.
3 sets at New Year's. I've never heard of them doing 3 sets anywhere else besides New Year's.
Exactly why it's a possibility.
Yeah,
think about it. Think about set 2 being a Stewart.
Oh man.
You can't have that many people for a Stewart. It doesn't work. I feel like Humble doesn't work because all my texts don't go through.
Yeah, I usually don't even bring my phone inside, so I wouldn't be able to participate anyways, but I would still like love it.
But I mean,
go see if you can get into a Stewart, like even if it's Humble, like go. It's so cool.
Yeah,
it's
I would love to. I would love to. Bucket list.
Yeah, bucket list for sure. Humble's bucket list, a Stewart, if that's part of Humble, then you're hitting both of them. But a Stewart, I went to a Stewart before Humble existed. And it was like really the coolest experience because it was like super new and it was super
during the day, right? Like the early afternoon.
It was before a show, so you get there like 2 hours early or whatever, and then like it's free booze. Well, when I went to it at the Orbit Room, which the Orbit Room is supposedly shutting down. I think after they just played there, and that was the last show Umphreys will ever play there. But anyway, so I went there for a Stewart event at the Orbit Room, and they had open bar and a meet and greet after the show with the band where you got to like say hi, take a picture, and yeah, I met Bayless. It was cool. But the Stewart event was super great, and they did a cover of what's the Talking Heads when they do their that live album that they do. The first Psycho Killer. They did a cover of Psycho Killer at the Stewart, and Umphreys has never covered Psycho Killer, as far as I know, ever. But like I saw them do it there. Like they opened the show with this like Psycho Killer, and I was like walking in as they were playing it, and I was like, "What? Umphreys is playing Psycho Killer."
Nice.
Yeah, it was super fun.
What if they just don't take a set break? Play one, just like a 4-hour set. I'd be okay with it.
I think they need a pee.
Sometimes. Maybe they'll just take turns peeing.
Exactly.
Yeah, but like I respect the fact. Could you imagine having a job where like you had to stand there for an hour and a half or 2 hours and not pee?
Well,
Like and be like told like you have to go up there like 5 dudes or
It'd be like high school.
6 dudes. Yeah. Yeah. Right? I wonder if there was ever I'm sure there are shows where they had to go and like leave, like one member had to go pee.
That's why they get the revitalists to come out and swap spots with them while they go piss real quick and come back out.
It's a sit-in.
It's a sit-in.
It's a piss-in.
Good pun. Good pun.
All right, so I guess we're about 5 minutes behind schedule with catching tonight's couch tour at the Canopy Club.
Did it start yet?
I don't know. I haven't.
No, it's supposed to start in 15 minutes ago.
Okay, so we're 15 minutes behind schedule. How I wrap these up usually is I'll ask you guys one additional question. If you had to pick, and I do this for every show, 4 originals and 1 cover that you plan on singing. I guess what I'll do is I'll ask Alex because he's going to the 2000th, and that'll be the 2000th. Carmel, your 100th show is 1999th. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Carmel for 1999 and Alex 2000, pick 4 originals and 1 cover you'd like to hear that particular night.
Who's first?
So I go first or he goes first?
I don't give a shit.
You go first.
Okay.
You're on the spot.
All right. So 4 originals and 1 cover is what you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So if I had to choose 4 originals, I feel like the 4 that I would choose I won't get. So I'm going to choose 4 I don't necessarily want in a set list. I just want to hear. Okay? So Utopian Fur would definitely be 1 because it's massive and big and like just perfect Umphrey's music.
Yeah.
Hindsight, which was my request that I want to hear. And it's okay if they don't play it, but I would like to hear that. I love Ocean's Billy, but that's also very large, just like Utopian Fur, where it would take a lot of time. But I like Ocean a lot. So if they played that, that would be good. And then finally, for an original, I guess Visions would be great, because I talked about, like, I think that that's a great song that they tend to open up with, and I don't know what it is, and I like being in a position where I don't know what the songs that they're playing are. If I had to do a cover, I would do a Police cover. It always used to be that I wanted to hear Walking on the Moon, but that's not going to happen because they just played it in Illinois at what's that venue? It was super classy.
In Illinois?
Yeah,
They're in
River.
Illinois tonight. I don't know what you're talking unless you guys have intel.
Ravinia.
No,
Okay,
it's been so long. It's been so long.
It was last summer.
It was this summer.
Yeah, but okay. So I was chasing Walking on the Moon, and they played it that night, and I was like, okay, so I can't request this song because I've heard it, and I've wanted to hear it for so long, and I got it, and it was cool, but it wasn't as cool as I thought it was going to be. So I want a different Police song again, and they played the Police. I think it was this year at summer camp. But I can't remember the song now. What was the Police song that they played this year at summer camp?
I don't know.
My brain don't work so good.
Oh, that's what Driven in Tears.
Oh, okay.
The bass line in Driven in Tears, I just love. It's like do 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 do. I love it. So, Driven in Tears would be my cover that I want to hear.
Cool. All right. 4 originals. Front Porch. Kimball. Hangover. And Wappy. Those would be my top 4 originals.
They might play Wappy for the 2000 show, and if they do, they'll kill it.
Oh,
It'll be so good. Like if they play it, it'll be so good.
That's my favorite song for sure, or at least currently.
But if they play it the next 2 nights, you're not gonna get it. That's the thing that sucks.
True, but it's so, yeah. But you never know. You never know. You never know until you know.
Hold your head up. You got this.
Yeah. And for a cover song, honestly, I always would love to hear like anything by the Allman Brothers, but I think a really sweet song that I've been hoping that they would kind of bust out like the disco song, I think by like the B's G's or whatever. I just know it because it's in the Despicable Me soundtrack. You should be dancing. So you get disco, funky. Yeah. I think that'd be sweet. Just like
You should be dancing, yeah.
yeah, I think that'd be a sweet cover, just like out of the middle of a triple wide jam or something. Who knows?
Yeah, that would be super sweet. Has
that.
Umphreys played that before?
I don't think they have. No.
They should.
Yeah, I mean that's a
I
good
think
one.
they'll pull that off.
Yeah.
Someone will Google it and let us know.
Cool.
Right on. Well, I will avoid picking my foreign one until I'm waiting in line, ready to ride rail. We'll close this. I appreciate everyone's time.
Yeah, this is fun. Thanks for having me.
For show.
It's been a pleasure. Let's commence to watching the Canopy Club right now. 15, 20 minutes behind schedule. I'll close it out with All in Time, since we're going one deeper, from March 6, 2010 at the Madison Theater.
Cool.
All right, you guys enjoy Couch Tour? I'm right there behind you.